Gentlemen, and welcome back to Building a Nation with Team Canada, and we are back again. North American Olympic qualifying, Team Canada versus Team USA. Outstanding matchup. Should be the best matchup of the tournament, I'm hoping, anyway, until at least the best matchup of the group stage. You can see the current situation here in Group A. Canada and USA, both with one win. We have a goal differential of 4. They have a goal differential of 3. So we've got the lead in the group currently. Take a look at all the groups, or should I say both groups. No surprise, Group B, Mexico and Costa Rica are likewise neck and neck. Well, wait a minute. Hang on. Costa Rica had a draw versus Guatemala. That's a bit of a surprise. So, Mexico has firm control of Group B, so I'm pretty sure they're going to be moving on. I mean, they do have to play the other two teams, but getting 3 points and the other teams in the group only getting 1, that's a big, big advantage when you only play 3 games. So, look out. There was another bit of interesting thing. We set some history in the last game. Now, Mexico has won this competition 7 times. The highest attendance was 60,000, Mexico versus USA in 2004. But pretty much all the other records are new, including the lowest attendance. 143 spectators. I thought that crowd looked a little thin in our game versus Honduras. So we set the all-time low attendance. That's no good. We did have the biggest win, the highest scoring match, most team goals. Let's see, most goals in a match by a player. Sean Hundle with 6. Yeah, so we set a few records today, some that might not be broken, like that Sean Hundle record. 6 goals in a game is pretty good. But anyway, let's get to the matchup. So it is an even game. The bookies can't or won't pick this one, maybe because it's all under 23s. There's just nothing for them to bet on. But we're back at Mani Ramjan Stadium. 133 tickets sold. So even worse. So my prediction that maybe this might help out tourism a little bit is not so. I was predicting like thousands of fans would show up. Maybe they'll show up for the next round. We'll see. It is breezy in 84, so it's actually an even nicer day than we had last game. That's no problem. It is sunny, of course. Not a lot else to go on. We'll just have to take a look at the team selection. So now we have our starters, and now this is when things get serious. I'm going to stick with Pantami in goal. He's really, unfortunately, our best option. I compared him with the other 2 keepers. He's just the most well-rounded guy. He's the most close to being a professional. You know, he's playing for Ottawa. He's on loan from Montreal, so he's got that pedigree. He's just our best keeper. There's just nothing we can do about that. Now, you looked at Basong last game. You know, nice physical, sort of your prototypical fullback. He's okay. We've got Cornelius. Derek Cornelius, a guy I've looked at bringing up to the main team. He's a pretty solid player. His only real drawback is he's only got 11 tackling, 10 pace. Not necessities for central defender, but he's very strong. 16 strength at 6'2", 180 pounds. He's just not quite there yet. He's still developing at 21 years old. Hopefully he can get better. Hopefully he can fulfill that potential that he's got. And he's playing for Cincinnati already, so you know he's got that possibility. We also brought Jaguar down from the main team. So we got a pretty solid defense here. Jaguar, you know, he's sort of the opposite of Cornelius. He's got nice pace. He's got nice tackling, marking, passing. You know, his problem is maybe size and strength, not so much. But he's going to be sort of the leader of our defense back there. He's got great determination and leadership, vision, work rate. You know, this guy could almost be a midfielder if we trained him up properly. But we need him on central defense, so there he is. And then Bro Guillard. I guess that's how you pronounce that. Gillard. Anyway, Zachary. He's an interesting guy. He's on loan out to Edmonton of the Canadian Premier League. And he's another guy who's pretty decent physical. His jumping reach could be a little better. But he's got nice solid mentals, bravery, leadership, positioning, teamwork, work rate. Technical could be a little better, but he's fairly well-rounded. Only 20 years old, so he's got room to grow. And he's just a fine fullback for us. In the midfield, Norman, we looked at him, the secret weapon. Just a great all-around player. I wish he had better tackling as a defensive midfielder, but we'll work on that in the future. He's up to 74% fit now, so that's good. Daniels in the midfield. No, we're going to need to change that, I think. Oh, wow, we are thin on midfielders. I screwed up. I didn't bring enough midfielders. I brought an extra striker. Not enough midfielders. So who are we missing in the midfield? I guess it's going to have to be Chonier in the midfield. I don't know if I like that, but we're going to do it. Yeah, we'll stick with him. We'll keep him central midfield. So Chonier is going in there. He's sort of our offensive guy, not necessarily a guy I want running around the midfield with his physicals are no good. 5'9", 152 pounds, so he's very slight. But he could be a playmaker for us, and hopefully he can do that. And then we got the firepower. We got our 3 starters from the main team are down here in the under-23s. Alfonso Davies on the left wing. You should be familiar with him. Tons of speed, acceleration, flair. He's just an excellent player for us. He should dominate this competition. Shamit Shom, attacking midfield, playing for Montreal Impact. Another very solid, very sound midfielder. Should be a good playmaker for us. Tabla Balou out on the right-hand side. Again, decent pace, flair, great technique. So he should, again, be another guy to dominate this competition. And then, of course, up top, David. Jonathan David, our number 1 striker for Team Canada. Tremendous pace and acceleration. Just a great all-around player. Scored several goals for the Team Canada first team. And we're hoping he can do the same against the USA under-23s. So let's go. Submit that team. Jaguar will take the captain's armband. That's to be expected, I think. Definitely the highest profile player, at least highest profile player who's playing in Canada. Team USA. Hansen in goal. Nicholas Hansen, not familiar with him. Robinson. Anthony Robinson on the left. He's got an assist already. Cameron Carter Vickers. This is a name that should be familiar. On loan from Tottenham. He's a young rising star over there. Young American rising star anyway. Just outstanding technique, marking, tackling, heading. Not the most physically imposing guy you've ever seen, but, he's pretty good, especially playing for this level. So he's definitely their star player. Jacob Moran. Jalen Lindsay, not familiar with a lot of these guys. Jonathan Amon. There's Tyler Adams. Okay, so he's contracted to Hamburg, so he has made the move in this database over to Hamburg. He's another guy, just, very solid player, great mentals. His work rate is out of sight, tackling, passing, so he's a very, very good. They got him playing in the midfield. He can play right back. He can play all over the field. Lennon on the right, and then they got Sargent up top as their team captain. Scored a bunch of goals already, 15 finishing, composure. Pretty strong kid for being 19 years old. Not the fastest guy you ever saw, but he's getting faster. Last time we looked at him, he only had 10 pace. Now he's got 11 pace, so he's getting better. And then, who's this guy? Timothy Way, on loan from PSG. How about that? Not familiar with this guy. Normally he's a winger. They've got him playing up top at striker. A lot of acceleration, pretty good pace, 6'2". Yeah, he looks like a pretty good player. I'm not too familiar with this guy. So we'll see if he causes us any problems or not. But there you go. Team USA in the 4-4-2. Let's get out there. Let's play. We could effectively secure qualification. Let's get... go out there and impress me. How about that? Okay, so Cornelius wants to impress me. That's good. Assistant, no, he's got nothing to say. Opposition instructions, we should be fine here. Yes, we're fine. Let's go. Here we go. 133 fans in the stands. That's not good. A couple of Canadians. I see some red jerseys out there. We are, of course, in the reds. USA in the white with blue trim. Red stripes on the shorts. Let's go. Maybe we should go for extended highlights for this one, because this should be the biggest match of this series. Or at least of the group stage. I mean, it'll get bigger as we advance, if we advance. But this should be the game. Somebody can count himself lucky, apparently. USA with 58% possession. Anything in the analysis? Nope. Moran gets his first yellow. Here we go. First highlight. Jaguar with a free kick at midfield. Sends it forward to Schmidt Schoem. Forward to David. Defense is swarming, but he gets it out wide to Baloo. Baloo back to David. He can't get there, but Norman is there with the shot. His shot's deflected. Basong back to Norman. He should have played that forward instead of shooting it. USA on the counterattack. Sargent to Way. He's got the pace to maybe outstrip our defense. He gets it back to Sargent. Oh, no. What was that? Pantami cannot stop a shot. Any shot that gets through is just... he might as well not even be there. I mean, I thought this was pretty good defense. We forced them to take, not a great shot here, but just too late. His reaction time can't keep up with Sargent. This is disheartening. And again, we go back to the issue of goalkeeping. It's our Achilles heel in Team Canada. We don't know what to do. Without Borjan in goal, we're helpless. We gotta find a second team goalkeeper. It's not Crepeau, apparently, and it's not... Ooh, Davies with a bit of a foul there, but he gets away with it because USA keeps the ball. Lennon has it now out wide. Lindsay on the overlap. He sends one in. Cornelius heads it. Way, don't let him get a shot off. Mendez, don't let him get a shot off. He does. It goes wide. So, yeah, it's not Crepeau and it's not Pantami. Those are the two guys that I know in terms of young Canadian goalkeepers. So we'll see. USA looks like they're going to keep a hold of the ball now. They're just going to play it out of the back. Get it to Adams. Try to work it upfield. See if we can put some pressure on them. Get a turnover would be nice. Adams moving it forward slowly. USA passing it around well. Wasting time, I'm sure. There's a good steal from Norman. That's what we're looking for from the big man. Here's David using that pace to get forward. He is unsupported. Has to drop it back to Davies. To Schmidt Schoem. His shot deflected. And USA on the counterattack. Nope. Stifled there, but you can see what USA is trying to do. They are trying to counterattack. Here they are, 21 minutes in. Lennon dives inside, drops it to Mendez. Sargent wide open, good defense there. But USA recovers. Good steal by Baloo on the back line. I like it when our wingers help out, playing that left wing lock. David has it now. He bombs it ahead for Schmidt Schoem, not the paciest guy. I'd rather that go the other way. I'd rather Schoem send it forward to David. Cornelius wins it at midfield. But USA recovers. And this is another massive highlight. Turnover. Cornelius bombs it ahead. There's David on the end of that run. That's what we want. Using that pace to get forward. Hansen with the stop, though. That was a tough angle, but we do win a corner out of it. In front of the one USA fan there. Back post Cornelius, header. Hansen with another save, although that one was going wide. Hansen just showing off there a little bit. Saying, look, I can stop the ball even when it's not going in the net, unlike your goalkeeper, who can't stop anything from going anywhere. Yikes. You know, I usually look for reflexes. And looking at all these Canadian goalkeepers, they're pretty low on reflexes. Not super excited about it. Now, the other two guys we have as backups do have better reflexes than Pantami, and I'll probably give them a shot in the third game. You know, Pantami has shown that he can get scored on pretty easy. Here he goes with a goal kick. And we're going to win this one at midfield. Norman, the number 8, gets it out wide to Baloo. Baloo slicing through the defense, drops it to Schmidt Shom. His shot is blocked. I'm going to make a switch here. I'm going to switch Shom and Chonier. I want Chonier up top. I want him shooting. I think he can be a weapon for us, and I don't know that playing him in the midfield is really going to do any good. He's just not quick enough. He's just not quick enough for the midfield. But if we have him here at attacking midfield, he can, you know, stand in one place and get the ball, which is what Schmidt Shom is doing. And Shom doesn't have much better physicals, but he's got slightly better physicals. Here's Davies. Norman. Let's go. He bombs it ahead to David. Again, this seems to be our best attack. David. Hansen gets a hand on that, but it's turned over to Davies. Let's give the boys a calm down. I think they're getting a little frustrated out there. I could have given them a concentrate, but I think, you know, with young players, we'll give them a calm down. They're not taking their time when they get these opportunities. Tabla's been booked. Okay. Baloo's not playing. You know, nobody's playing well. David's got a 6.3 rating, but he's getting all kinds of attempts. You know, maybe we shouldn't have taken out our guy who scored 6 goals. Davies gets a yellow card. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. You know, it's good to have a guy who scored 6 goals on the bench, so we could bring him back in. Could even move David out to one of the wings if we wanted to. We got lots of stuff to think about here at halftime. Tactics. You know, bombing it over top to David has gotten us our best chances. So I don't necessarily know that we want to stop that. With distribute quickly, prevent goalkeeper distribution, because they are, you know, they're not necessarily going long. They're trying to play out of goal. So we'll put a little bit more pressure on. I'm not going to get stuck in because we got yellow cards, and these international competitions are famous for giving red cards. But now let's give the old... Well, before we give the pep talk, I think we'll bring either Frazier or Daniels. Well, I guess we can leave Schmidt Shom in there for now. I'm going to switch him to box. Let him run a little bit more up and down, and then we'll do our pep talk and say assertively, expect to see better half. There we go. Fired up. Here we go. Team Canada. We need this victory. Let's pull it out in the second half. Shamicho, let's go. Get it for this is the first highlight, so it's probably not much is going to happen. Baloo sends it forward. David on the run. He's tackled. No call, no call. Nope. Throw in. Deep in U.S. territory, though, and here it doesn't go. Thought we were going to get a highlight out of that for a second, but I guess not. We do seem to be, winning this game. We got more shots, more possession, all that stuff. It's just not paying off. Davies forward to David. I mean, they've got a really strong defense. Turnover. Chenier and David have a miscommunication. Adams gets it forward to Sargent. Tries to get it out wide. Basong is there, though, easily. And now Canada's going to start the other way. Let's go. Got plenty of room up the middle. USA is backing off defensively. He's got David. David, can he split the defense? He's going to take the shot, deflected. I think that's going to be a corner for Canada, and it is. Near side. Shamish Shom's going to take it. Drops it short to Baloo, who loses possession, and that ends it. That was not a great play, boys. That could have been much cleaner. That's not how we practiced it. Come on. Norman's playing a whale of a game at midfield, 7-0 rating, but nobody else is really following suit. David looking horrible at a 6.2 rating. Schmidt Shom, 6.5, and now he's got a yellow card. I think we're going to make some subs at the 60-minute point. Try to get some, try to breathe some life into this team. Shom is booked. That's fine. All right, 60 minutes. Make some subs here. We're going to bring in Daniels for Shom, and then we're going to bring in the goal scorer, Hundle, for David. I mean, 17 pace is great, but if you're not scoring goals, get out. All right, 64 minutes. Let's go. We could use some highlights. Come on. All right. Wright is now in for USA. Haji Wright, striker. Okay, playing left wing. That's fine. Here we go. Highlight. Baloo. You know what? There's no sound. Where's the sound? Oh, there's no crowd. Here's Hundle on the run. Who needs 17 pace? There we go. Why did we take him out? I don't know. 6 goals in the first game. Adds his 7th goal to even it up. This is what we needed. Little breath of fresh air. I mean, look at that run. He just destroys that back line. They had no shot. That was perfectly timed. Canada under 23s move up to first position, so we retain our goal differential. So a draw is not so bad. Now we'll see if USA comes out to counter. Is there any analysis going on here? No. Let's get to the field. I think this is a highlight. It is. Cameron Carter-Vickers wins it at midfield, and USA starts their attack. Still putting the pressure on these guys. Moran sends it forward. That's just a terrible turnover. Baloo bombs it ahead. Nope. Couldn't get it past Moran. Moran's a little inexperienced, I think, on that back line. We might be able to put some pressure on him. Might be able to get some turnovers. Carter-Vickers, maybe not so much. Bomb it downfield again. Bro is just there on the back line. He's getting all of our steals. He bombs it ahead. Tries to get it out wide. There's a turnover. Hundle with the shot. Hansen with the save. Team Canada gets another corner. We have not been very efficient or effective on our corner plays. Here's Baloo. Sends one in. Cornelius is there with the header. Hansen with the save. USA heads it out. It looks like Baloo's going to get there if he gets on his horse, and he does. Canada resets the attack, but it comes to naught. All right, boys. This is where we win it. 78 minutes. How are we looking? Hundle has come in and been a game changer, absolutely. Norman in the midfield, Cornelius on defense. Broguillard playing well. Basong maybe not so much at fullback. But I don't know that we want to make a third substitute. Here we go. Lennon for Team USA with the corner. Sends it short. Bro heads it out. Team USA recovers. They're going to restart their attack. Adams to Moran, the young defender. Gosselin in the game now. He's swarmed, but drops it back to Cameron Carter-Vickers. USA has to get pushed all the way back to midfield to restart. Can our pressure cause a turnover? There it is. Basong wins the header to Davies. Davies starts the counterattack. Is he going to bang it ahead? He sends it out wide to the near side. Baloo on the run. Baloo sends it forward. Hundle with the game winner, hopefully. Potential game winner. Look at that. What was I thinking taking this guy out of the game? I mean, I know what I was thinking. I was thinking David is our starting striker for Team USA. You'd think he could start for the under-23s, but look at Hundle. You know, that time and experience he's been getting with us at Vancouver seems to be paying off, because we snatched him up from the depths of TFC2, playing in the minor leagues. Brought him up to the big show, and he has been playing well ever since. He hasn't honestly been playing as well as Hamilton, our other striker. But at this level, he seems to be a pretty dominant character. I mean, they can't stop him. 90 minutes, 3 minutes of stoppage time. Baloo has it out wide. His shot is deflected. We're going to get another corner on the near side. Here it is. Daniels taking it now that Shamit Shom's out. Sends it back post. Hundle. Chenier can't win it at midfield. Gosselin's going to start a 3-on-2 counterattack for USA. Can he get past the defense? It's 4-on-2 now. Great stop on the outside. Is that Basong? Who's number 3? Number 3 just saved us a goal. USA's got a minute and a half. Send one in. Daniels heads it out, but Adams is going to track it down. Get it out wide for Robinson. Team USA looking for that equalizer. Forwards, centers to right, I should say. It's not Bradley Wright Phillips, I hope. He kind of looks like him. He's big enough. Anyway, USA, a minute left. Corner, near side. Lennon sends it in. Cornelius heads it to Chenier. Chenier heads it downfield. USA does recover, though. 40 seconds to go. Norman, with the big defensive play, gets fouled. And that could be the game-winning play right there. Yellow card for Gosselin. Insult to injury. 15 seconds to go. Cornelius taking his sweet, sweet time. 10 seconds. Bombs it. Hundle on the run. He does outrace the defense. Davies tries to cross one. Nobody there. Cornelius wins it in midfield. Norman bombs it ahead. No mercy. Davies on the outside, and there's the whistle. What a comeback. What a win. 2-1 over USA. Dominant performance, really. If you look at the stats, I mean, they did have more possession than us. But 19 shots, 10 on target. That's outstanding. That's what we want. A fairly clean game as far as these North American international games go. Only 7 yellow cards between both teams. 15 fouls apiece. Just kidding. Just kidding. It was it was another slugfest. That's what you get in these CONCACAF style North American games. Just everybody pummeling each other, and this was no exception. No red card though, so that was fun. But yeah, outstanding victory. Who gets the player of the match? Of course, it's Hundle with 2 more games, giving him 8 goals in 2 games. He's looking to be a man of the tournament here, most valuable player, without a doubt, at least for the group stage. So there we go. Let's get to the dressing room. Pep talk. What a comeback. Superb effort. You know, I mentioned this in previous videos. I think we've just got a very strong under-23 team. Our problem is goalkeeper. It's just a serious problem, and I don't know what to do about it. We've got to develop a keeper. We got to find a keeper. I mean, go out in the world, find some young international keeper with like 15 reflexes, and just bring him into a Canadian team and hope that he gets his citizenship in 5 years and he'll be ready for the next World Cup. Because that's really what we're looking for. I mean, there's not much we can do now. I don't think there's anything we can do for the next World Cup. We're just looking forward to 2026. We got to find somebody. Anyway, Hundle shines yet again. 2 goals, 8.6 rating. 2 key headers, 4 shots on target. Outstanding. Move forward a little bit. See the other results in the group stage. Potentially. We got Jamaica coming up next. That's going to be another big game. And then we finish off with Haiti. Dembele to stay. What? New target. Yeah. All right. We'll worry about that stuff some other time. What we're looking for are schedule. Not Gold Cup. Not Nations League. What's this? Under 23 matches. That's what we're looking for. Olympic qualifying. All right. So Jamaica. Looks like they beat Honduras. Honduras has no wins. Canada on top with 2 wins in 2 games. All groups. Mexico on the second group has not started. Okay. So we'll come back next episode with Jamaica and then finish off. Oh, we got Honduras. Anyway, we'll come back with Jamaica and we'll figure the rest out. We're taking it 1 game at a time, not looking at the rest of the schedule. I don't even know who's in our own division. But anyway,